Alright everybody, today I wanted to talk about EQing our effects buses. So we normally have one, maybe two reverbs on our effects rack. Usually some type of delay and maybe a chorus. And straight out of the box, those effects have no EQ applied to them. And you know, you may be able to get away with that if you really, this is really if you're trying to take your mixes to another level. Really sculpt the sound, really tailor make everything about your mix. So today we're going to look at EQing our effects buses. And right now we've got our reverb going here. I'll really boost it on the snare. Inherently, there's nothing terribly wrong about that, but I want to try and get that reverb sounding a little sweeter, a little less boxy, and a little less muddy, maybe. So we're going to start with our low band EQ. We're going to set that to a low cut. Sweep that in. Try to get out some of that real low information that just isn't needed whatsoever. And then we'll go to our low mid. We can sweep around. Yeah, this low mid right around 400 hertz, 430. And 400 hertz you're going to find is a problem area basically on every mix you have. Go up here to around 1K, 800 hertz. Take it out. Bring it in. Now listening to it back and forth, I'm going to go ahead and pull my low cut back a little bit. Get some of that low fundamental energy back into the reverb. And then we can take a look at our high end too. A lot of times the reverb tail in the high end is so bright. It tends to sound artificial. It kind of reeks of fakeness to me. So a lot of times I like to bring in a high cut and roll that down. Or really exaggerate. Something like that. I've got a high cut coming down right around 4K. And we just clean up our reverb like we do any other channel. I think sometimes we forget that the manufacturer, just because they supply the reverb, doesn't necessarily mean the EQ out of the box is going to work for our mix, and we forget that we can go in and carve and create an EQ that works for us. Take it out. Hear that low oof, that low 300 hertz oof. Bring it back in. Much tighter. The reverb's still there, but now isn't oofing down in that 300-400 hertz. So then we can look at our delay. We'll go over to our delay. We'll press fader flip or sends on fader. That allows us to bring in the effects we want for delay. Bring in some of the guitar. And with that nice tight delay, we can really create a nice stereo image. Take it out. Just a mono, you know, we've got it panned to the left a little bit. Bring it back in. Now we've got this guitar surrounding us on all sides. And then we'll bring in our chorus delay that I have here. So again, we'll go in with the low cut, pull out any low information we're just not going to need at all. Yeah, we can really hear that. Really peaking there. It's right around 600 hertz. Boxing is right around 8. And we can darken that one up a little bit too. So hopefully you can see how you can really start sculpting your effects and getting more out of them. And I'm doing subtractive EQ. Normally I would say I do subtractive EQ on my effects. But you can go the opposite way too. If you find something as you're boosting EQ frequencies that really seems to work for the song, go for it. This isn't just a subtractive EQ situation. At the end of the day, we're just doing everything we can to kind of highlight our musicians and really get them to sound their best. So there's no right or wrong way. Additive EQ, subtractive EQ, neither one is correct. We'll just boost our effects fader up here. Really listen to what we got. Yeah, now that I hear that reverb, I think I do want to pull in my low cut just a little bit. Go back, pull it down. And without effects at all, you can really, really hear how our mix just falls apart. bland, boring, dry, no width. Effects back in. Effects back out. Lifeless, boring. Back in. Now we really have something that's starting to speak to us, right? Hope you guys can hear that. Make sure if you like the video, you hit subscribe, tell your friends. We've got new videos coming every week, if not several times a week. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. Help you out there in the field as much as we can. We'll talk to you soon.